next guest is a wildlife conservationist who also happens to be the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Please welcome Bindi Irwin.
Thank you so much.
Robert, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming all the way over here from
thank
Australia.
You so much.
Love seeing you and your sister.
Yeah, you guys
Bindi
made me
together.
laugh.
It's so
oh my
cute.
Gosh.
How is it working with her?
Oh, it's amazing. I feel so bad for that lizard giving it self-esteem issues. I do love them very much, but no, we have such a good time. Isn't it awesome working with your family and the people you love?
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
It's really good. So I get to just wake up every day in just the most crazy whirlwind of an adventure every day, and it's the most fulfilling thing ever. I feel very, very lucky, and I got a good family and a good sister backing me up.
That's awesome, man.
Well, speaking of your sister, she just shared a video about her journey with endometriosis.
Yeah.
How is she doing?
She's actually a new woman. She is a new person. I mean, endometriosis, it's funny, I've kind of inadvertently become a big women's health advocate recently. Seeing my sister go through this was very challenging. I mean, she went really downhill very quickly. I mean, there was a time where she won Dancing with the Stars. You know, she was at the top of her game and was really masking all of these hidden issues, and it snowballed. She was in a bad way, but so many people go undiagnosed. So many people don't ever get treatment or address endometriosis. So it's very important to keep asking questions. Keep it on your radar. You know, I really think it's important this is a discussion not only for women to have, but for the dudes to have as well. For everyone to be discussing this. It's not just a women's issue. This is something we all need to talk about. So
it affects the whole family. Yeah. Exactly right.
Everyone.
And
everyone.
it was really cool. She thanked you and Mom for being there every step of the way. So having a support group, obviously.
It's amazing having my sister back. You know, it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, little Grace, her little daughter, is loving it because keeping up with her is a full-time job. Honestly.
How old is she now?
She just turned 2.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah,
isn't
she
Look how cute.
so
Look
cute
at
right
her.
there. Oh. Is she already going on adventures with you guys?
Oh,
is she
absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. She's with us, you know, 24/7. She's not quite, you know, wrangling crocs or anything like that just yet. You know, I started when I was a month old, which wasn't controversial at all.
right.
But we're kind of waiting. We're starting with the cute and fluffy things first, the koalas and whatnot. But she just loves wildlife. I mean, she's going to grow up to don the khaki and follow the legacy that our family created. She's just such an awesome little kid.
That's awesome that she's into it.
I love her.
Do you and Bindi spoil her?
Oh my goodness,
I'm
absolutely.
Sure you do. How can
the
you not?
funniest thing is when my brother-in-law, Grace's dad, and I get together, we take her on so many adventures and let her. I mean, you can't say no to her. You know, when I kind of just let her eat whatever she wants and go wherever she wants. And I'm a very spoiling uncle, but yeah, it's such a great energy having that around.
Yeah,
and
keeps you on your toes.
To see what she gravitates towards and just how intelligent she is. Oh, it's wonderful.
It's like you're seeing those animals again through the eyes of someone who's just seeing them for the first time. That's
Absolutely.
Cool.
Robert, this is obviously a far place from home for you, being here in LA, but you're here for a special event. Tell us about it.
It is, exactly. We're here for our annual Steve Irwin Gala dinner, and we have this every year back home in Australia. But we actually started doing this here in LA because, you know, it's amazing. To this day, people come up to us and talk to us about the effect that Dad had on their lives. You know, he was a force of nature, a hurricane of a person, a real superhero. But he inspired an entire generation. What a lot of people don't realise is he was the most philanthropic person you'll ever meet. He started a charity, and to this day, every cent that we make goes back into there. Wow. And this gala is a celebration raising funds and awareness for all the humanitarian and wildlife projects that he started around the world. And it's also just a time to celebrate everything that he was about. You know, it's very tough losing someone like that at such a young age, but the incredible honour that it is to follow in his footsteps, to continue that legacy, to make sure everything he lived and died for carries on. It's the greatest honour of my life, and to see people still, so many years later, listening to his message and wanting to keep that going. I'm floored. I really am, and it's honour of a lifetime.
He was one of a kind, and I'm sure he's very proud of you guys keeping it going.
Thank you.
Very proud of you guys.
Good kids. Good kids.
Means a lot. Means a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, how are things over at the Australia Zoo? You're running things now?
They're going great.
You're in charge?
Yeah, absolutely. Things are going so well. You know, the zoo itself, it's such an amazing... It's hard to call it a zoo. It really is just a sanctuary for wildlife. And,
I can imagine a lot of work, too.
It's a lot of work. It's huge. It's a massive operation. We just opened, for the first time ever, this is our new thing is luxury accommodation. We just opened luxury accommodation at the zoo with a bit of a wild spin. I mean, you've got emus and kangaroos and koalas that are, you know, sharing space with you. It's an incredible experience. And honestly, you guys, the American audience, have been supporting us so much with that.
That's
to
awesome.
have that real, you know, true blue Aussie experience. So, yeah, it's wonderful. And again, everything we make out of that, it goes back into our conservation work. So it's very rewarding. You guys have got to come over.
I would love to.
You've got to do
Bring
it.
the kids and stuff.
Definitely.
Now, could you let me feed a croc?
Mate, I definitely, I can make that happen. I know a guy. Yeah, I can make that happen.
That's awesome.
That guy in the background there, Bluey, he's one of my favourite crocs. He's fast, he's quick, he's crazy. We might start with one that's not going to eat you. We'll start with one of those.
Look at how big that guy is.
But isn't he amazing?
But how do you know he's not going to eat you?
Well, you
feed him.
That's the thing. You know he is. With a crocodile, my dad always said, you know, people always say, oh, crocodiles must be so hard to deal with. He always said, crocs are easy. Humans are much more challenging. You know, you'd always know a croc's going to try and kill you, but people will, you know, try and be your friend first. You know,
exactly.
They're a lot scarier. But crocs, you always know they're going to try and grab you. But
I learned something today about crocs. That you can eat, or pardon me, a crocodile eats and then doesn't necessarily have to eat again for almost up to a year if he eats a lot.
They can go 12 months without eating.
That's wild. I did not know that long.
I always say I don't want to meet the croc that's gone 12 months without eating.
That's the guy you don't want to meet.
But,
exactly.
They are remarkable animals and really beautiful. People see them as the crazy, you know, animals that go around just eating everyone. That's really not what they're like. They're very intelligent, really gorgeous
They're
creatures.
like leftover little dinosaurs, really.
It's exactly what they are.
What's the average lifespan of a crocodile out?
Well, you know, crocodiles can actually live easily as long as us humans.
Really?
We've got a croc. Get this. Dad rescued this croc way back in the day, before he even met my mum, when he was my age. He spent 2 years in the bush, out in the middle of nowhere. There was this croc that was eating people's cattle, and they wanted to kill it. So he went out there, rescued this croc from the wild. Took him 2 years to catch it, brought him in, and at that time he was estimated to be upwards of 70 years old. We've had him for 40 years.
Oh my goodness!
How crazy is that?
I had no idea this. I'm learning so much about this.
Isn't that amazing?
They don't eat. They live forever.
They are dinosaurs. They
like
really
an
are.
old person, did they slow down as well?
They do.
Because that's the croc I want to meet.
Yeah, well, you feed him first. Feed him first.
Senior croc.
He's a little old
I want the
grandpa. He
senior
just comes out
citizen
all
croc.
slow. I love him.